In December 2016, Harvard Divinity School hosted a symposium on religious literacy and journalism. The Harvard Religious Literacy Project invited dozens of correspondents who specialize in religion to share their expertise and brainstorm how journalists and scholars can best team up to produce the best possible reporting on topics about religion. I went to the symposium having really no knowledge about journalism. Sure, I knew that there were religion correspondents out there, and I knew about a few of the media outlets that specialize in religion, but I went here to learn, and I went here with an open mind. So here are a few things that I learned about religion and journalism, and I think you should know about too. First of all, I learned that there are some really good religion correspondents already doing excellent work. At the symposium, we had Jeff Charlotte, who has done some really excellent work on fundamentalism and evangelicalism in American politics. The keynote speaker was Lori Goodstein, who is the religion correspondent for the New York Times. But I also learned that the cards are stacked against religion journalists. First of all, there is no viable economic model for media outlets these days. They used to rely on print advertisement and subscriptions for their funding, but advertisement has increasingly gone online, which doesn't pay as well as print advertisement, and people don't really subscribe to newspapers anymore. They just go online and expect it to be free. So because of this, newsrooms go to what generates clicks and generates viewers. Some of the largest mainstream media outlets, like the New York Times, only have one religion correspondent on staff. Compare this to the amount of correspondents they have focusing on sports or technology or politics. There are some really lopsided numbers there. But despite this really tough environment, this symposium reminded me how critical it is for the public to have access to quality, accurate journalism about religion. Just think off the top of your head through all of the current events happening right now, how many of those events have something to do with religion? You have the evangelical vote in the recent presidential elections. You have talk of a Muslim ban. You have big debates about religious freedom when it comes to contraceptives or LGBTQ rights. Yeah, religion is everywhere in culture and politics. And if you're writing about religion as a journalist and you don't really understand these really complex details about the people you're writing about, it's not a good combination. In fact, the executive editor for the New York Times recently said that New York-based and Washington-based newsrooms are just not getting religion. We have a fabulous religion writer, but she's all alone. We don't get religion. We don't get the role of religion in people's lives. But the last thing I learned that I want to share with you, there are some glimmers of hope. There are plenty of media outlets that do quality journalism about religion. For example, like I mentioned earlier, you have the Religion News Service, which has been around for a long time, since 1934. They write some really excellent stuff on religion, and they are one of the few media outlets dedicated specifically to religion. You also have Religion Dispatches, which is an independent, nonprofit online magazine that addresses topics about religion. I personally know a few scholars who have contributed to Religion Dispatches, and I read it on a weekly basis. You should too. And you also have The Revealer, an online magazine published by the Center for Religion and Media at NYU. Incidentally, NYU also has a master's program in journalism and religion. So if you're interested in becoming a religion correspondent, check out NYU's program. If I could go back in time and do this whole career thing again, that sounds really interesting to me. So the bottom line is, topics about religion are absolutely critical for the public. Number two, there are some religion correspondents out there doing some amazing work. Number three, newsrooms don't necessarily respect the work of religion correspondents and they need to take it more seriously. But number four, there are some media outlets doing this already, and you should subscribe to them if you want some quality, accurate reporting about religion. But what about you? Have you ever thought about the intersection between journalism and religion? Do you think religion correspondents are doing a good job covering religion? Put your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.